Are you sure you're bi? Yeah, maybe? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, teenage years are so fun with the acne and the bad hair dye and insecurity and really just not understanding anything about yourself, especially your sexuality. Okay, listen. In the high school years, I think that is when I started to be like, ooh, girls, a little more loudly. I still like didn't actually totally understand my sexuality, of course, but I was still very much like hot women, hot. Like I would talk about them often. I was the type that had a lot of guy friends because for some reason they made me more comfortable. So then with them, I would often talk about all the cute girls and like tell them about my crushes on the girls. But it was never like that serious. It was never that deep, even though it was so deep inside of my soul. I just didn't realize it. It was like that very, very big, heavy cloud of denial that I was hiding under. And you know, when you talk to boys about it and they're like, yeah, 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 and they just like laugh along with you, then it's really not that serious, even though it is that serious. It is. It is. I just didn't understand. You know, people, I remember being bullied quite a bit as well. People being like, ew, she's a lesbian. At the time, that made me feel very insecure. Also, lesbians are amazing. So, thank you. When I transitioned from, you know, being a child, I guess, into a teenager, I started to have more crushes, as we do. But these ones started to be a little bit more like real life instead of just on the TV. I remember having crushes on multiple of my friends. One of my high school friends is definitely the first person that was like, hey, Michelle, I think you might have a crush on this person because you talk about her like you also talk about this person that you also have a crush on. And I'm just starting to see some parallels. And I was like, don't tell anyone. Shh, it's secret. Tricky. It's tricky business trying to figure out your sexuality in high school. Jessica Alba. The movie Honey came out, and me being also a dancer, I was obsessed with it and obsessed with her in it because she looked really hot. And I just remember being like, I want to be her. But we all know what that means. Yeah, so she was a big one for me. Absolutely. Mila Kunis continued on from elementary school all the way through high school. Loved her. Boy crushes on celebrities, though, that was definitely more rare. That's when I started to be like, you know what? I don't have many crushes on guys when they're not real and in my face. But the one I do remember was Pete Wentz. I was a sucker for the guy liner and the emotional look broody boy. He was one I was definitely like, ooh, over. Along with, of course, Jessica Alba, Mila Kunis. And I feel like there's definitely more women that I was like in love with from far away. And then in high school, I started having some of my real life crushes. Started dating. I think I mainly kept that with the boys because I understood that and I knew what to do with it. The other stuff got confusing because I was like, vulnerability, scary, bye. So progressions, I guess, you know, baby steps from only having crushes on cartoon characters to having crushes to real life friends. This is what we call progress in understanding your sexuality. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, it's gonna get spicy.